All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 5 Minutes of Math. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is the homework assigned for the evening of Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. And starting with number 8. Number 8 wants us to make a table of ordered pairs. And we're comparing time, which is our X, and distance, which is our Y. And we're looking at minutes 1 through 10 for the distance that people swim. Okay, so we're comparing time to distance for men and women for the record breakers. Now, the first guy's first name is Peter. Well, I'm just going to call him Peter. And he can swim 265 feet in 1 minute. And yes, he's really working to swim that fast. But the math behind that is 265 feet times 1 minute equals our distance. So our formula is 265 times 1 equals D, and we don't have to write that 1. That's why I put it in purple. It's just 265 M equals D. And for our M, we're just going to plug in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to figure out our distance, just like we have here for our formula. So 265 times 1 will give us 265. If you look at the bottom of the chart, we get all the way down to 10. 265 times 10 is 2,650. Now, here's Iveta. She is the record breaker for the women, and she swims 249 feet in 1 minute. So again, it's 249 M equals our distance. 249 times our minutes equals our distance. So here's our chart, and here's minutes 1 through 10. And all we're doing is plugging in 1 through 10 into our formula. All right. And you'll notice that our distances at 1 minute, she's swum 249 feet. At 10 minutes, she's swum 2,490 feet. Now, if we go to part B, if we were to predict the way this graph looks, is it a curved graph? Is it a straight line? What kind of relationship do we have? And if you notice, that's a linear relationship, and all that is academic speak for a straight line, okay? And why is that? Well, it's because for every X, we have a constant difference that we're multiplying by, okay? And so in other words, for men, we're always multiplying by 265. For women, what we're multiplying by is always 249. You will get into curved graphs and parabolas and all that wonderful stuff when you get to algebra 2, and so on. But for right now, this is a linear relationship. So we're plotting our stuff now. So let's go ahead and plot our record distances. At the bottom, we have minutes, and up the side on our y-axis, we have distance. So minutes across the x-axis, distance on our y. The men is going to be that blue line, okay? The women is going to be that orange line. So here we have 265 M equals D for the men's formula, 249 M equals D for the women's formula. And if you notice, for each one of those minutes, you see where those yellow boxes are showing up? I've plotted both the men's distance, which is the blue dot, and the women's distance, which is the orange dot. And as time goes on, what do you notice? That the men are gaining more distance than the women. And that makes sense because 265 feet per minute is faster than 249 feet per minute. It's like we're driving two cars and one person's driving 60 miles an hour, the other person's driving 30 miles an hour. Of course, the person driving faster is going to go further in 1 hour. And it's the same relationship right here. So as we get to minutes 9 and 10, you'll notice that the difference between the men and the women gets to be more and more. All right, so you just plot each point and connect the dots. And that's all there is to it. So remember, when you plot things, remember to label. Remember to label your graphs, give a title, label your axes, label everything that you can. And I appreciate this. Again, we will talk about this a little bit more in class. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good night.